Hello, it is Nonfiction November, and today I come at you with another book talk. That's right, it's book talk time. And since it's Nonfiction November, we're going to talk about one of my all-time favorite works of nonfiction. Nope, it's not reading nonfiction. That's actually a teaching book. We're talking instead about The Devil in the White City. Murder, Magic, and Madness at the Fair That Changed America by Erik Larson. If you like true crime, historical fiction, then you might already be familiar with Erik Larson. He's got several great works: Dead Weight, In the Garden of Beasts, Isaac Storm, Thunderstruck. I've not read any of those books, but I have read The Devil in the White City, so that's what I'll talk to you about. It is a book that feels like a novel. It's so well written because Erik Larson does his historical research and then he crafts the narrative with all the facts that he puts together. He switches the point of view between two main characters. You've got Daniel H. Berman, who was an architect who in 1893 he was putting together the 1893 Chicago's World Fair, and this was a huge deal for the United States to host the World Fair. So in his chapters, you get to see his planning, sort of like a city planner, as he builds a concept that is a huge park as the fair. Think of it as trying to construct something like Disney World or an amusement park, creating this fake town. And that's an awesome part of the narrative because it is about the fakeness of the United States of America, that false sense of what we were becoming on the verge of the next century at a time with the Industrial Revolution kicking in. This was also a short time prior to L. Frank Baum writing The Wizard of Oz. So if you think about the symbolism there, you can definitely connect that through here to The Devil in the White City. The Wizard of Oz, you've got something that turns out to actually be a fake, the man behind the curtain. You know, the people have to expose what's going on. Huge concern for money and greed, and there's something sinister going on in the background, which is what brings us to our second main point of view character, H.H. Holmes, a serial killer. And I'm not giving away spoilers by telling you he's a serial killer. I highly recommend this book. On Goodreads, I gave it 4 out of 5 stars because it's that good. It deserves all 4 of those stars. And you might ask, why didn't you give it 5 stars if you love the book so much? It is a great book, but the serial killer chapters are so compelling as this man lies to people, manipulates them, cons them. Oh, it's so sad how he manipulates these women and the way he lures people into his traps. But those chapters are so good that when I would read the other chapters from the architect's point of view, Daniel H. Burnham, those chapters just did not feel as compelling. You know, I wanted to quickly read through them and skim some paragraphs so I could get back to the serial killer narrative, which would be in the next chapter as they went back and forth. So, while I do highly recommend the book, I do have to warn you that if reading what is basically a story of a city planner putting all this together might be something you're not as interested in, then you might also give this, about 3.5 to 4 stars instead of the full 5 stars when you read it. The serial killer narrative is worth a read on your part. I wish that the book would have given me more at the end. That's my second criticism, because it does focus on the Chicago hosting of the World Fair in 1893, and there's more going on, which the book does briefly get into with the serial killer at the end, where he goes other places, and I just wish we would have gotten more of that. But that could be a whole nother book, potentially. I hope that you enjoyed the book talk today. Join me next time when I'm going to talk about another work of nonfiction. Peace.